As I said, there's plenty of food left, and there's some dessert and some water and lemonade and coffee over there. So if you want to get up and help yourself, please feel free. But thank you everybody for coming. Always a special night. We can celebrate the hockey season. We have lots to celebrate this year. Obviously another super successful year that we had this year. Saturday, as we all know, didn't go as we hoped, but anytime you're playing in the last game of the year, a lot of things went really, really right for a really long time. So a lot to be proud of. I'm super proud of all these girls in this room and super thankful for all of them and all of you for this whole season. So I guess, when you kind of look back across the season, we started with some unknowns. You always kind of wonder, every year is a different group, every year there's shoes to fill, and you always kind of wonder how it's all going to play out. So we ended up with a couple unknowns that we weren't sure of, and obviously one of them was in net, and we had two freshman goalies that stepped up and played unbelievable. They made my job hard a lot of the days. Couldn't be more proud of those two girls and how they rose to the occasion, and they pushed each other every day to be better, and like I said, made my job hard a lot of the days on who was going to play. So very, very thankful for them and rising to the occasion. Obviously you lose kids every year and you have shoes to fill, and we ended up, we had the leading scorer in the state this year. Jaden Yurkowski was 5th in the state in scoring this year. Madeline Kelter was tied for the lead in the state in assists. And Ava Rohde was battling all year for scoring for D in the state. So we just had a great group of girls, and everyone, stepped up, rose to the occasion, and then there were days when you didn't know who was going to step up, like on Thursday at state, and then all of a sudden you had Emma Brandt and Izzy and Mara with the goal and over. So it was just such a great group effort this year, and just, again, super proud of these girls and everything that they accomplished. Again, anytime you end your season at the state tournament, there's girls that never get there. There's girls that dream to get there, and this group has been fortunate enough, especially these seniors, to get there a lot. And hopefully, all of these girls, appreciate that, know what it takes to get there, and the drive is there to get there again. A huge... I'm going to tell a quick story. When I've talked about this a couple times now. I talked about it at the state banquet if anyone was there, but just kind of the vibe of these girls this year. And if there's one thing I can go back and recap the season, but we all lived it. And one thing that stood out to me was we were about to play Superior, and we were in the stretch at the end of the season, and we had Superior, and obviously we were going to have Green Bay, and obviously we were going to have some tough games to make it to the state tournaments. And this group has just been a little bit of a different vibe this year, in a good way. We were on the ice for practice, I think the day before we played Superior, and everyone seemed to be on edge a little bit, and everyone was gripping their sticks a little bit tighter, knowing that we were probably playing for the top seed in our section. And I think the running joke ever since our Eau Claire overtime had been, no one wants to go to Hayward on a Tuesday night for that sectional game either. So, there was a lot on the line. There was a lot we were playing for, and you could just feel it a little bit. And one of my assistant coaches looked at me and they said, "We just need to put on some music and let them play 3-on-3." And I was like, "You want to do what?" And it probably went against everything I personally believed in, but we did that, and the girls had fun and they loosened up, and this was a group that just played better when they had fun, and they played better when they were loose, and they were doing dance parties in the locker room. I had the Waka Waka stuck in my head now for the last 3 days. So they had fun, they had so much fun, and they did so well when they were having fun. And they taught me something about that, about letting each group be their own and letting them guide you as to what they need. And what I, thought that maybe they needed to focus and to be quiet, definitely wasn't this group. And they taught me that, to let them tell you what they need, and they did it. And they were very successful in doing it, and it was a fun year. So super proud again of all of them. A huge thankful to my assistant coaches, Duke. I don't know if we called him Darren George III, or there's Darren, where is he? He has lots of names, and Savannah, of course. And for anyone who doesn't know, I guess some of you don't even know that Savannah is going to be a mom very soon. So. The amount of time and effort that they put in, not just on the ice, but off the ice as well. None of this would be possible without them. So if we can just do a round of applause and a huge thank you to them for everything that they do. And then now I'm going to invite Duke up here to talk a little bit about the JV season.
This year about my bald head, but it does get hot, so this is for you, Kara. This is the look of Kara. Here's start the counter. You got the counter going?
Oh yeah, 600.
Okay. As much as we joke and have fun this year, just that little story. Coaches still get a little bit mad sometimes, and I think I kind of bottled my anger up and let it out towards the end of the year. During that time, they counted, the 600 and made a video of it. So it took a little while for me to work through my anger. Get back to the dance party.
Can you use the mic?
What's that?
Can you use the mic?
Really? Is this better?
Thank you.
You guys can hear me? I need one of these for the ice. You girls are in trouble now. Well, I was a little upset on that one. So, Jen asked me to talk, and I literally think I got to talk about the JV because I was the last on the text chain. Jen and Savannah talked quite a bit through text, and I catch up, and I think I was last, kind of the thumb master thing. But I'm honored to come up here and talk about it. I really think highly of these group of girls for JV. They showed so much development this year, and they were the same, mentality and the same vibe that Jana was talking about. It was a lot about fun, but they also buckled down and learned a lot. So, just to talk about JV, it isn't necessarily about wins and losses or stats and who gets more goals. I mean, I literally can tell you I don't even have all the score sheets from this year. It's more about how the girls develop, how they approach the game, how they prepare for the game, how they respond in games, how much they learn, how much they advance. So for the younger girls, it's also like a transition into high school hockey. The compete level's harder, the speed's faster, the physicality, it all increases. Same with acclimating to kind of the rigors of preparing. The first week, I think there was some freshmen that were a little bit shocked at how hard we skated them, how hard we had them run off ice, all of those things. We had girls kind of look at me like, really? We're going to keep working out? I'm like, yeah, well, we're at the school for us. We're like, yeah, we're going to do a workout here too, So it just acclimating to that level of play is just huge, and it takes a long time to come up to speed with that. So, and then obviously honing individual skills, and then learning the team concepts and team skills that we need to succeed in, the systems themselves. So for the older girls, it's all of that, but it's also a chance to try a different role potentially for a lot of them, maybe a leadership role. We had probably 3 for sure that stood out in my mind that were leaders. We had Reagan and Salty really stood up right from the beginning, did a lot with that group, came up with their own skater of the game. I don't remember what you guys called it, but it was just a chance for them to really show some leadership too. And then Kate came down too, and she practiced with us and played with us, and she took on a leadership role as well. So it was just great to see that from the older girls handing down the Storm preparation and devotion and everything you have to how you approach a game. So one of the things at JV I talk about every year is the chaos, and I have to talk about it because I think it's one of the keys to actually developing kids quickly. So if you heard it before, that's fine, but the JV games are almost always chaotic. I wrote down last year, Savannah would come up with a line for me, and I would just nod and say, yeah, that's perfect, line up, because it didn't matter, because within the first few minutes of the game it was going to change, or at least by the middle of the game it was going to change. So these girls didn't always have set lines from game to game, period to period, or whatever, and they just developed, to me, you develop a lot quicker. You learn to play with everybody. You learn to communicate on the ice, off the ice, because you have to, because you don't necessarily have that line chemistry that we have more of at the varsity level. So Just some of the chaos we have. One, we never had like an equal perfect number of lines. We would have girls get penalties. We'd have tweeners that would come and go. They can only play so many periods in a day, for those of you who don't know that. So if we played 3 periods at JV, some of the tweeners may only get 1 period or 2 periods. We had, you combine that with a long season of illness, injuries, vacations, whatever, and it becomes very, very chaotic. A lot of the girls played a lot of different positions. Had to call out one in particular. We played all defense, wing, center, and goalie. So call out to Peyton for just basically every position she was doing. And from a lot of that comes on the forward side. The D side is a little bit more tame, so that's what I take on. I let Savannah run the forwards. But to me, that chaos really does jumpstart how fast they learn the systems, how fast they learn how to communicate and work as a team. So always have to bring that up. From the coach's vantage point, I think I touched on some of this already. These girls were very, very willing and eager to try different positions. They were volunteering to come down and help play, to help fill the roster, because we don't have a full JV team. So there was girls that were volunteering for that. And they were having fun with it. There was some girls a little bit more nervous. They don't want to play defense or they don't want to play forward because they don't know how to play it. But most of them took it in stride, took it, and they had fun with it. If they made mistakes, just had Savannah yell at them a little bit, and then they would clean that up. She's pretty mean to these girls. It's crazy. But I think from our perspective, we appreciate that, but we saw vast improvements in this, and I really think it was the second or third to last game of the season. I came into the locker room at the end of the game, and I had like nothing bad to say. It was every aspect of the game. From when we start the beginning of the season, it's all about urgency and intensity and getting the speed up to high school level hockey. But then you start thinking about, okay, how do I get out of the zone? It's kind of the first system that we teach people. How do we get out of the zone? Then you think, how do I forecheck and keep the puck in the offensive zone? And then the neutral zone kind of becomes the third area of the ice that you deal with. In that game, we did like awesome in all three. Like the breakouts were high level. They weren't just straight up the boards and out. They were calm. They were creative. All of it. Offensive zone, we were attacking. We were creative. Neutral zone, we were calm. We were moving the puck side to side. East and West for some of the girls, they learned that this year. So it was just really good. And I went in the locker room. I hate giving compliments. I tell the girls that all the time. And I had nothing to say except compliments. So that was pretty quick discussion. I told them they really set the tone and they set the bar. It had changed. It literally had changed. You can't go back from a game like that and go back into anything less than what they played. So it was just a really, really strong game. And then the other thing I think Jana touched on already, and I did too, the fun. They got comfortable with each other. They got comfortable with the coaches. Some of the girls even would talk to us by the end of the year, some of the freshmen. So that was good. They were still a little bit afraid of Jana, I think. But overall, they would talk to us. That was pretty cool. But in the end of the season, we talk a lot about like what they enjoyed for the season. We do kind of a whip around, and they just, a lot of it is around stuff off the ice. And I think I'll just kind of close with that. As much as we as coaches focus on the ice and how do you do X's and O's and how do you get better skating and all of those things, the most important thing is the sisterhood and the bonds that these girls have with each other. And I think again at the JV level, it was great, and you could see it, and it was palpable by the end of the year. So I really appreciate the hard work this year. You guys have all summer to shoot pucks and get where you want to be. But I really appreciate everything this year. So thank you very much. Did I get to 600 or where was I at?
Oh, I'd say like 400-ish. It'll never be as close.
Okay, now we're going to bring everyone up by grade level. So obviously with the co-op, we deal with different schools, and every school does all of their awards and everything that the girls get a little bit differently. So I know that some girls are going to get letters, some girls get bars, some girls get certificates of participation, some girls, I'm really sorry, Mosini, but you get a really nice handshake and a hug from all of the coaches. And but we just go through each of the athletic departments. It's how they work everything. So just so everybody knows what the girls are getting and what they're not. So we're going to start with the freshmen. So when I say your name, if you can come up here, shake some hands, and then if each class can just stay, we'll give you a round of applause at the end if that works. So we are going to start with freshmen, and then first up is Cameron Kerrigan. You can line up over here if you want. Taya? Over here. Like. Cammy? And then we had a full-time manager this year, and I really need to tell a story though. I know, I'm sorry, Braylee. So Braylee was fantastic this year. She showed up, pretty much every day, helped us out, and I knew she was a real go-getter when we were at Marathon Park one day, and we're like, hey, we had all three goalies on the ice. We're like, we need an extra net. Can you go find the rink guys, and can you go bring another net on the ice? And she's like, yeah, I got this. No problem. I don't know, 10, 15 minutes later, we turn around, and they are carrying a net. We are at MP2. There is a net that came through the lobby from MP1. And if you know where the nets are in MP1, it's down on the Zamboni end. So they had to bring this net all the way. Like, did you go through the benches, through the lobby? And all of a sudden, she's trying to put this net on the ice, and we're like, "There's nets right down here by the Zamboni in MP2." But no, she took it upon her. But I mean, like, props to her. We needed a net. She figured it out. She was gonna get it done, and it's kind of been our running joke for the year. I think BJ's laughing. BJ probably witnessed the whole thing. And everyone just let her do it, watched her. But yes, one carried a net from MP1 all the way around, and we got an extra net for practice, but Braylee was definitely a blessing for us this year, and we were super excited to have her, so thank you, Braylee. Alexa Newman. Melissa Robinson. Amanda. I know Taylor couldn't be here tonight, and then Peyton. So if we can have all the freshmen over here, and then yeah, we can get a group picture, that would be fantastic. Hey, come on over.
One more. You missed one.
Well, Ella, come on up here. I don't know why I don't have anything for you. Yeah, get a picture.
Good job, Candy.
Okay, for the sophomore group, Emma Brand. Isabel Yankee. Heidi. And Jaden. Reagan Brueggemann. Anna Gannon. Madeline Kelter. Anna Meyer. McKinley. Mara. Keegan. And Ava Whitmore. And seniors will talk a little bit more about this group a little bit later, but first we have Malia Barigi. Sophie Boleen. Taylor Fredo. Michaela Garum. Gabby Heiser. Ava Rohde. Saltzman. I'd like to just take a moment and recognize some girls that got some postseason awards. How they do some of the all-independent conference and the all-state is not decided by me. So I know that we probably didn't get all the accolades maybe in some areas that some of these girls probably deserve. But if these girls could stand up, I'd just like to give you guys some extra recognition. So Sophie Boline, honorable mention all-state. All-state. Jaden Yurkovsky, first team all-independent conference and second team all-state. Ava Rohde, first team all-state and winner of the Molly Engstrom Award. And Gabby Heiser, first team all-independent conference, first team all-state, and a Miss Hockey nominee. Next, we have some individual awards for girls on the team. The first one is the Hobie Baker Award. So this was an award that was established back in 2003, and it is a player who shows integrity, has a positive attitude, is coachable, outstanding sportsmanship, and outstanding community spirit. And this year, this award goes to Sophie Boline. Throughout the year as a team, well, us as coaches, I guess, and as a team, we do an award called the Quick Feet Award. So it's kind of our version of a player of the game of sorts. And it goes to the player that we think, worked hard and throughout the whole game. So it's kind of become our thing over the last 2 years. They get a fun pair of socks that thankfully the dollar store always has them very stocked for me. But it's been a fun thing. It's just, whoever goes out, whoever works hard every game, and it's kind of the accolades that we give after the game. So this year we have 4 people that the team voted for kind of the Quick Feet Award for our postseason. So if the following girls can come up, Jaden Yurkovsky. Sophie Boline. Gabby Heiser. And Madeline Kelter. Is our most improved award. Again, this was an award that the girls voted on, but I think as coaches we all put this person down as well. So she improved so much from last year to this year in her speed, and her shot was lights out towards the end of the year, and got us an overtime win against Eau Claire to the state championship game. So now we're next is our Unsung Hero Award, which is, the person who doesn't always get all the credit and usually doesn't care if they do or not. We had a couple of awards this year that were really close in the voting, and obviously us as coaches weighed in, and this was one where there was 2 girls that were close. I think they might have even been tied, and we came down and talked about it. There was just, they both deserved it. So we have, someone who led the state in assists, and did everything that we asked her to do, and maybe didn't always get all the recognition that she deserved. Then another girl who was just solid on the blue line for us all year. And again, when you have a great group of D, maybe sometimes flew under the radar a little bit. So congratulations to Madeline Kelter and Taylor Friedel. Our next award is the Denny Drake Award, which is given out for leadership. Those of you who don't know who Denny Drake was, he was the first ever coach of the Storm program. He coached for the first 7 seasons. He is a huge reason why this program is even here to this day. He was one of the people who spearheaded it and got it started. I was lucky enough to coach with him in the beginning of my coaching career. He led his team to 2 state titles and just left such a mark on this program. He was passionate about the Storm program and about leading these girls to be great people and great hockey players. This award goes to a player on the team that exemplifies these characteristics, being a leader both on and off the ice and having passion for the Storm program. This was another one where I think there was a tie, or everything. The votes were so close, and when we kind of weighed in and talked about it, we decided to give a couple people this award, and I think it really exemplifies everything that our season was about this year. We had girls who led in such different ways, and they all stepped up and all helped us be who we are. So when I looked up the pillars of leadership, it was people that build relationships. It was equipping, helping others to achieve their potential, the attitude aspect of it, and also just the overall leadership aspect of it. So I'm going to break this down a little bit because we are going to give out 4 of these this year, and it's not going to be the norm. But when we just looked at our season and the people that got the votes and how our season went and the girls that stepped up to lead, it really just made sense that each of these girls kind of took on a different pillar of leadership, and together they just helped us tremendously. So first of all, the first recipient, Michaela Guerra. When you're talking about a pillar of leadership and talking about attitude and someone that's positive and just helps all the time, you definitely could not look past Sophie Bowling. When we talked about equipping and just helping others to achieve their potential, the person who that was voted for and that we just really felt did a great job of this year was Ava Roney. And the last person, there were times when I walked in, the girls did this thing this year, I don't know if you guys all knew about it, but it was called the Ring of Positivity. I don't know, there's a song. You can sing the song, let's sing the song.
Okay, ready yet? Yes, it's...
3, 2, 1. Ring-a-ding-ding, ring-a-ding-ding, it's the ring of positivity.
So this happened in the locker room between periods in our effort to make sure that things stayed positive. This was usually before we came in, but it was something that the girls, I think, grew to love and had fun with, and really kept a good attitude in the locker room. And there was a lot of times when, I don't know if it's just because she was towards the end of the ring of positivity, but when I'd walk in and everything I was going to say, one of the girls had just said. And I think I said that multiple times, and I said, well, my job here is done. And I thought that Gabby Heiser just stepped up in a really great way. And our final award is the Pete Susans Award. Oh yeah, you want a picture? Sorry. Final award is the Pete Susan's award, obviously, another fantastic coach that this program was so blessed to have. This award goes to someone who does little things right, treats their teammates well, and provides positivity to the team. And this year's recipient is Madeline Kelter. Now we'll take a minute to talk about this year's senior class, so girls get ready for those speeches. But this year's senior class has an overall record of 90, 17, and 1. They scored 193 goals and 268 assists, and spent 7 full games in the penalty box. They were sectional champions 3 times, 1 time a state runner-up and 2 times state champions. So if all seniors can stand and we can give you a round of applause, that would be fantastic. And I'm not sure if they rock, paper, scissors, but I think we decided on alphabetical order, so Emily Barigi, I believe you're up first. Oh, no.
I think you guys should rock, paper, scissors.
We can rock, paper, scissors right up here.
Right up. No. Throw it out. I'm scared. All right, have it up.
Malia Barigi.
Okay, I wrote this on my way here, so bear with me. As some of you guys may know, hockey through my childhood was always on and off for me until I was a freshman. I want to thank Taylor first off because I remember freshman year in English class, she convinced me to come back to play after not playing for some time. Looking back now, this is all because of her encouragement, and I seriously couldn't thank her enough because I met some of my best friends throughout the years. Some things I will miss is carpooling with Haley, Anna, and Mara to practice, even though I don't think they will miss it very much because they would wear their hockey helmets whenever they thought that I would be driving. I don't think that they will ever let down me crashing into a cop car. Thankfully, they can both drive, so they don't have to put up with my driving anymore. Another thing I'll miss is Duke lecturing us at practice for 600 seconds. Most importantly, I'll miss my best friends at the rink every day. I think this program is so fortunate to have Mosinee, West, and Everest. And Wave, sorry. Because I would have never have met my best friends from other schools. Thank you, girls, for making 4 to 6 the best part of my day each and every day. Thank you, Jana, Savannah, and Duke for taking on the role of becoming our coaches and prioritizing us for the last 2 years. You guys have done so much for us, and this wouldn't be possible without you guys. I know coaching us wasn't always easy and would probably make you guys want to pull out your hair out at some times. Well, besides Duke. I want to thank Jana personally for allowing Ava and I to sing the national anthem during the JV game this year. I think our dreams came true that day. I want to thank my family next for supporting me throughout the years and putting me into the sport. Thank you guys for driving me to practices and spending countless hours at the rink. Yeah. Sorry, there was a typo. Okay. I want to thank the roadies and the Boleens and the schools for everything you guys have done for me for this last year. I especially want to thank the DePoys as well. I will be grateful to be able to call you guys my second family. I'll miss going to your house for dinner every day after practice when I go to college. Well, the dinners that Liz didn't burn. Okay, lastly, I want to thank my teammates for always being there for me whenever I was having a hard day. I will miss you guys and our superstitions. I do have one thing to confess, however. Me, Emma, and Isabella, and Mara, or as some of you guys know us as PBS, we were the reason why we got our butts kicked that state, because we forgot to pray before the game. That's it. When I decided I wanted to switch to playing high school hockey, not gonna lie, I was questioning how it was gonna go and how I was gonna fit in with the team. But from the very first practice, I was so graciously accepted into the Storm community, and these girls I've never played with, some I didn't even know prior, became my family instantly. By my junior year, I created such strong connection with these girls and found some of my forever best friends. Then the minute this season started, I knew it was gonna fly by, and it did. And yeah, it's bittersweet to see it come to an end. I feel so fortunate to have such an amazing group of girls to have it go by so fast. I'd never been part of a locker room with such strong connection and deep, such strong and deep connection. Not just because we saw each other every day. But because we all care about each other so strongly on and off the ice. No matter what any of us were going through, we could look to the stall next to us and have someone that would just listen, give advice, or share a laugh without any judgment. With this team, it's so hard to be in a bad mood. I honestly think I forgot what it's supposed to feel like to lose a game, because even after a loss, the locker room environment was so upbeat and goofy and filled with laughter and questionable dirty jokes. I doubt that many teams are able to say that. I'm so forever grateful for you girls and the accomplishments we've made as a team. You guys made all the hours spent on the ice, all the highs and lows, and every moment memorable and worth it. Thank you for trusting me as a leader and as a friend, and giving me something to look forward to every day, even when it wasn't the practice part. Love you girls. I owe a few more thank yous, and I want to start off with my coaches. Jana, thank you for showing up to practice every day after busy work days to push us to become better hockey players and hopefully push our lung capacity. As much as I hate to say it, I would miss those 3 dreaded words, 2 hard laughs. Thank you for trusting me in all the possible positions you could put me in. Well, except for goalie, of course. Although I can't lie, a small part of me is a little disappointed I didn't get to strap up the pads and learn to play goalie. But maybe that was for the best, but I guess we'll never know. Duke, thank you for bringing the energy, passion, and tough love and dad jokes every day. I'm glad you dealt with all the weird and crazy things you must have heard come out of our mouth throughout these years. You just laugh and shake your head. I'll miss every time I get on the ice and hear you yell "Spo." Savannah, thank you for being there as a calm and supportive coach. You're always there, whether it be a listener or if we need advice on or off the ice. And don't worry, I'll never grab the same shoes ever again, probably. To all you guys, thank you for being the best coaches to end my high school career, and I couldn't have asked for a more understanding and supportive group of coaches. There's no doubt that without you guys, we wouldn't have made all the progress that we did this year. Another huge thank you I want to give out is one of the most knowledgeable and kind-hearted people I know, Doc Bouch. He unfortunately couldn't make it tonight, but I want to thank you, Bouch, for absolutely everything you've done for the team. For those who don't know, Doc worked really closely with us this year, and he made such an unquestionable impact on our season. At the beginning of the season, at the school forest overnight, he took time to go through each of our VIAs, which is a test to find out our strengths and weaknesses as individuals and players. And I think learning about how everyone is different and not one person deals with the situation the same, really stuck with us throughout the season. Not only did it teach me about the other girls, but it also taught me a lot about myself. I learned what I could bring to the table or what I could work on to become a better leader. Along with that, Doc was also there for us through the year physically, whether it be healing an injury, getting taped, stretched, adjusted, recovery, or just teaching us how we can be healthier to improve our abilities as athletes. His support went far beyond the physical, which showed us how much he really cared for us. We're so grateful for everything you've done for us, Doc, and your impact and everything I've learned from you will definitely stick with me forever. Most importantly, I want to thank my parents. Truthfully, there's nothing I can say or do to thank them enough, but I can try. Thank you for being by far my biggest supporters, for the countless hours spent in a car, literally almost year-round, all the weekends and summer days sacrificed, all the money spent, because let's be real, I am not cheap, and everything in between. Thank you for being so patient with me through my years of school, because you and I both know that was not easy. Thanks for always showing up even with 4 other kids to worry about and drive around, and believing in me even when I doubted myself. Without you guys, I would not be who I am or where I am today. I don't say it ever, but thank you guys, and you guys are the best, and I can't wait for you guys to be cheering me on as SNC parents. I want to end off by reminding you girls to not wish the time away. Yeah, it gets repetitive, and some days are long, but by the time you're up here where I am, I promise you'll wish you could rewind it all, and like Gabby said, would give anything for another freakishly cold Mosany Monday. Soak it all in, the fun times, the hard times, the wins, the losses, the late nights, and I know you guys won't have a problem with this, but keep it fun. I feel so special to have been part of this family, so keep enjoying it, keep laughing, keep enjoying yourselves, and please carry on the Waka Waka legacy. I'll miss this more than you know. Thank you.
I hate the way you mimic mine and the way you always make each other laugh. I hate the way you drive 90 when you think I'm gonna pass out. I hate it when you swear. I hate your big dumb earth song and the way you guys sing along. I hate you so much it makes me sad, it even makes me rhyme. I hate it. I hate the way you're always saying sorry. I hate it when you rate things on a scale of 1 to death. I hate it when you make me yell, even worse when you make me repeat myself because you took your hearing aids out. I hate it that you guys won't be around and the fact that I hope you'll call. But mostly I hate the way I don't hate you. Not even close, not even a little bit, not even at all. Although it was said better by Kat Stratford, my main point is that I'm sad to say goodbye to such a team and organization. CWS has given me some of my best friends and best memories that I will cherish forever. Thank you to those who are helping me lead this team with a positive outlook and memories. Not only have the players on this team impacted me, but Jana, Duke, and Savannah have made the game of hockey more enjoyable for me. After my sophomore year, I was not sure if I was going to continue to play, but I'm glad I did because our 3 amazing coaches pushed me on and off the ice to reach and achieve my goals, while also becoming the best version of myself I could. They are always reaching out to me and our other teammates on how we can improve and help each other. They have been some of the best coaches I have had, and I will forever be grateful for them. There is a lot that could be said about each of our coaches, but nobody wants to be at another one of these banquets for a while. So I hope that each of you know how much you mean to me. Another key part of our team is Dr. Bouch. He is always putting out his time and efforts to help us become healthy physically and mentally no matter what. Sadly, he could not be here today, but he still deserves his spotlight. Bouch has made me understand myself and others in ways that I never thought I would be able to, and has helped me create so many bonds with my teammates. He is a big part of this season that I will miss having, but I'm thankful for everything he has done for us as the team and individuals. Additionally, as a mental player, Bouch has played a huge role in helping me become a better athlete every day and every practice through a single word, grounded. Speaking of grounded, which I was most of my underclassmen time, hi Mom and Dad, this part's for you. No words can describe how thankful I am to get to stand up here and talk about the best parents in the world. Although neither our family nor any of us are perfect, you guys have always been my ladder when I'm at my rock bottom and my fuel when I'm at my best. I wish there was a way to repay you for all the hours, miles, and money you have put on for me in hockey and in life, because I'm so grateful for all of it. No matter what trouble I decide to cause, or what I'm upset about, or what dumb story I have to tell at the end of the day, I always know I can come home and you guys will be waiting there for every situation. And although I joke about going to college to get away from you guys, I can reassure you that I will miss not only my parents, but my best friends, and I'm lucky enough to have the same two people under both titles. I love both of you, and I'm so happy that I get to have you as my parents. And even though he is not here today, thank you, Thomas, for always pushing me, or my buttons, whichever way you want to look at it. Lastly, there's two little details that I have yet to mention, Hunter and Alexis. They may not be around the rink much, but they're huge supporters of our team. They are my two little best friends who have always known how to cheer me up. Thank you too for every fun adventure, memory, and laugh. I will miss you guys so much when I leave. Even if the season didn't end how we hoped, the season has been my favorite of them all, and I wouldn't have wanted to leave in any other season. Thank you for everyone who has made this one to remember.
Just the sound, okay. All right. Wow. Oh, short. Okay. I actually didn't write a speech, so I'm just gonna talk. I have a stopwatch going, so we'll see how this goes.
This'll do it for you.
I first want to just start off with so many thanks. Very first, I want to thank everybody for being here because I know the season didn't end how we wanted it to, but it means so much to have this community come together here and just kind of celebrate the amazing season that we had. It might not have been successful in the end, that we didn't get to bring home the trophy that we wanted, but there were so many other little successes that came about. Just having like a successful overall winning season. I mean, we won a lot of games, and not a lot of teams can say that. We've had support from all of our parents, and honestly, I think the girls, we had a really good season. I didn't feel a lot of drama this year, and it was genuinely probably the most enjoyable season that I've ever had. So I just want to thank everybody for being here to come celebrate that. I also want to thank my parents. I wouldn't be who I am or where I am without them. Through their funds, their pockets. That's my favorite part. But genuinely, they've supported me so much in so many different ways. I don't have to worry about a single thing other than just getting myself to the rink, or most of the time, before I started driving, them getting me to the rink and things like that. All I have to do is think about hockey and doing the things that I love, and they support me no matter what. I could tell them today that I didn't want to play hockey and I wanted to go start riding horseback, and I think that they would have me do that. They just make me feel so supported, and I appreciate everything that they've done for me to make me the person that I am, and I'll always be by my side and be willing to go back for me. I would also like to thank our coaches. I'd like to thank Jana and Duke and Benny, because I was a little bit tentative when they first came in and started coaching. I didn't really know what to do, with some new coaches my junior year, and I didn't really know how to approach it. And I can tell you firsthand, I did not enjoy junior year, and I think we all know that. I've talked to Jenna a lot about it, and even when I first met her, I told her, I don't know if I'm gonna like you or not. That probably wasn't the nicest thing to do, but I've always been honest. I've been honest with everybody here as much as I can be, because I think that that's just the right thing to do. And I just really appreciate the relationship that we've grown together, and the relationship that I've grown with all of the coaches. Throughout my hockey journey, it's always been a little bit difficult. I think we all kind of know the legendary stories about me, especially when I was younger. And it came to a point where my 8th grade year during COVID, I wasn't able to play hockey, and I had to play men's league on Sunday nights. So that wasn't awesome. And I remember being told by somebody that maybe hockey wasn't the sport for me. And I remember not knowing what to do because it's the only thing that truly made me feel like myself. And I took that season and I really felt in my heart that I needed to change the kind of person that I was. And I did a lot of self-reflection, and I came back my freshman year and had a pretty good season. And sophomore year, slipped a little bit. And then junior year, we ended up winning the state championship, and I didn't get to celebrate on the ice. ice with you guys. And I think that the only person who really knows how deeply that affected me was me, Jana, and my parents. After that game, everybody celebrating in the locker room, and I sat in the hallway and I sobbed into my own legs. I curled up in a ball and I sobbed because I wanted to be on that ice with you guys. I wanted to be a better person, and I was very frustrated with myself. So going into the summer, after that junior year, I was so frustrated I did not know what to do with myself. And I went to our good friend, Dr. Bouch. And I met with Dr. Bouch a lot, and I talked to him a lot. And I talked to Jana a lot. And I found a way to come back for my senior season and have a good time. And it was all this communication that I had done with the coaches and just finding ways to enjoy myself. And a big part of that goes to you girls. I really appreciate you guys keeping me in good spirits. I'm somebody who kind of unexpectedly kept me in a really, really good mood on the bench. Was Jaden. There were so many times where I felt myself on the bench just so frustrated with the game. And she would just come over and sit by me and tell me to smile or make a joke about the alpha kittens. And she brought me out of a lot of dark places that I don't think she knows that she did. And a lot of you girls have done that for me, and I really, really appreciate it. And the relationship that I've grown with the coaches, like Jenna, a really good story I have of that is against Hayward. There's a 5-on-3 penalty, and I was on the ice, and there was a whistle, and Jenna started sending somebody else out on the ice. And I looked at her, and I knew that I was not about to be on the bench while we got scored on in this game. And I looked at her, and I was like, no. I don't think I should do that to a coach, but I did that. And Jenna and I have worked so much to talk to each other that she trusted me. And it felt so nice to be trusted and for her to let me continue playing. We ended up killing that penalty, and we went on to win that game, and it was awesome. Every single person here's had a hand in my journey, and I wish I could stand up here for 3 hours and tell why every single person here has made an impact, whether it's varsity, JV, my lineys, anybody. Every single person here's had a hand in it, and I really appreciate you all. Yeah, I just really appreciate the fact that you guys have helped me push myself to become a better person, and that I get to continue my hockey efforts at MSOE, and I think that you guys don't know how much you've done for me.
Don't cry.
She's not even in the States, so I'm up here tonight. Hi everyone. I'm talking, I'm like, for real? Can everybody hear me back there? Okay, great. That's as loud as I'm getting. So she sent me her speech. She's not in the state, obviously, she's sent me this. So here it is. Here's from Taylor's words. So I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. So first I wanna thank all of my coaches who have helped me become who I was as a player and as a person. Hockey wasn't a sport, wasn't just a sport, it taught me to be many life lessons. I want to thank my parents as well for all of the hours dedicated to driving to Green Bay 2 to 3 times a week when I was younger, and for always being at my games no matter how far they were, or even if the car broke down along the way. Well, that's story. Total the car. So, lastly, all of the gear that they have purchased and all the money spent did not go unnoticed. Also, I want to give a special shout out to all my brother for always pushing me to get better even when I didn't want to listen to him. And lastly, I want to thank getting a message from her. I think we should all FaceTime her. Also, I lost it. And lastly, I want to thank all the girls that made my high school career so fun, especially this team. This team was more than just a team, it was a family. We were able to talk about anything to each other, and I always felt like there was open arms to talk to me when she needed them. So, thank you.
All right, wow. You guys got some really good speeches. This is making me nervous, but I guess it can't be as bad as when me and Malia sang the national anthem. Okay, well. Okay. So hi everyone. I wanted to start off by saying how grateful I am to be standing here today, wrapping up what has been one of the most important chapters in my life. Hockey has been a part of me since I was 2 years old, and it's hard to put into words how much this team and this program mean to me. Over the years, we've built something really special. In my time here, we've won 2 state championships and finished as runners-up once. It's something not many teams can say. But beyond the wins and banners, the best part of this journey has been the people, my teammates. You guys are the reasons this experience has meant so much. You pushed me, supported me, and made every practice, road trip, and game something to look forward to. I wouldn't trade the memories we've made for anything, whether it was battling through overtimes, blasting music in the locker room, or just laughing at the dumbest things when we were way too tired. You all have changed the way I think, the way I lead, and the way I believe in myself. I'm going to miss this team more than anything. There are a few people specifically that I want to thank. Those are Madeline, Sophie, and Malia. You 3 have been there for me through everything, not just in hockey, but in life. When things have been tough, you've been the ones to pick me up, remind me of who I am, and make everything feel a little easier. I'm beyond grateful to have friends like you, and I wouldn't have made it through all of this without you. To my coaches, thank you for believing in me, for pushing me, even when I didn't believe in myself, and for helping me grow both on and off the ice. The lessons you've taught me go far beyond hockey, and I'll carry them with me wherever I go. And of course, my parents, who have probably been waiting for me to push it them. Thank you for absolutely everything. The early mornings, the long car rides, the endless support through every high and low. I know this sport hasn't always made life easy for you, but you never once made me feel like it was a burden. You've been there for every moment, and I hope you know that none of this would have been possible without you. The future is uncertain, and I'd be lying if I said that didn't make me a little nervous. But because of this team, and because of the people in my life, I know I have what it takes to handle whatever comes next. No matter where life takes me, I'll always be proud to have worn this jersey and to have been part of something this special. So thank you for everything. I wouldn't trade this experience for the world. Thank you.
Okay, hi, I'm not gonna look that way because my mom's recording. So. Hi everyone. I started writing this speech last year at the Banquet because I was really excited to leave. I think we all know this about me. Not this team. I think we all know this about me. I have had senioritis for a very long time, and it's only hitting me harder. And then I thought about it and realized that this was a good opportunity to write this speech throughout different points of the year. I started writing it last year. I came back to it at many points throughout the season. So everything I say tonight is from the whole season, and I think that's really special because it gets good perspective on everything. I lost my spot. Hockey means to me, hockey to me means relationships and learning to work with people that I may not always be on the same page with. It teaches me to understand others' perspectives and all striving to be better on the ice. It means to win and lose games, but most importantly, it means I get to see some of my favorite people every day. I wanted to thank a few of my teammates, and I don't typically like when people talk about specific people in speeches because I feel bad when other people aren't mentioned, but these girls have supported me in so many ways that they really do need recognition. First up, Emma Brandt. You wrote your golf speech about me, so I only thought it was fair to say a little something about you. Thank you for always being my friend, IRL, and picking me up when I'm down. I can't believe we only have one season left together, so I guess this isn't goodbye yet. Witty. I'm so happy that hockey has brought us close. You never fail to make me laugh when you call people kitten. And I can't wait to see you at track meets and when I kidnap you to live with me in my dorm.
the seniors. Thank you for all our years together. We've had such an amazing, talented, and bright class, and I'm so grateful to be a part of it. And thank you, Soph and Gab, for always putting a smile on my face from the positivity that flows out of you. And thank you, Gabby, for being someone I'm able to hug and talk about everything every day, whether it's good or bad. And I'm glad I can be the person that you yell at when you're at the penalty box.
I'm so sorry about that.
It's okay, I think it's funny. Big and Little Taylor are both not here, which is really sad because I had stuff to say about them, but both of them have been an amazing outlet for me, and I'll miss them both so much. Anna G, thank you for being my favorite bench buddy. You have made games so much better, and I couldn't ask for a better partner. Izzy, I'm so happy I got 2 seasons with you. You are so talented and sweet, and I can't wait to see the rest of your American dreams come true. And thank you for continuing on the varsity for me. Kelter, I'm so incredibly grateful to have you in my life. This isn't goodbye yet, because we'll see each other at school and track, but I'm so sad I won't have you to make every day on the ice better. Being close friends with you has brought so much light to my life, so thank you for the person you've been to me. Michaela, I'm not looking at you. I'm so incredibly thankful for all you've done for me. I don't think I'd be the person I am today if you weren't there to support me. Being so close with you for so long has allowed me to have the sister I never had, so thank you. And the rest of the team, whether we were close or not, this was such an amazing group of girls to have my final season with. I would also like to thank the parents, booster clubs, bus drivers, photographers, chiropractors, radio announcers, and coaches. I'm so grateful to have these 3 be my coaches. They have been there to talk when I need it and somehow put up with our team's craziness these past 2 years. Jana, you have made my junior and senior year so much better than I could have ever imagined. Thank you for always listening to my suggestions and understanding all my struggles and supporting me through them. Duke, thank you for always going along with our jokes and wild energy. I will miss hearing your chirps on our own team and being able to tell you about my day. And Vanny, thank you for always being my outlet. I have enjoyed asking you how your day was every day for the past 2 years. And I'm so glad we got 2 seasons together, and I will cherish it forever. Lastly, thank you to my parents. I have never been good at thanking my mom and dad because I feel like everything I say to them, they already know. But thank you for everything you guys have done. I cannot name a day where you guys haven't loved and supported me through everything I do. I love you both so much. And with that, I wanted to leave with some advice. Now, we all know I had a lot of struggles on and off the ice, and I may not be the star player or the most positive one on the team, but I want all the underclassmen to know, even if it feels like you may not be making an impact, you are. You may be fixated on impressing or wanting to be liked by a specific group or person, but take a step back and realize how many people look up to you that you may not have even recognized. Again, thank you for all the memories, and I can't wait to see where you guys go.
I'm just gonna hold it.
Over the past 3 years, the speech I've heard on this night always highlight the successes and challenges that someone makes to be the better player they are. The start of my hockey journey was not easy. I've been playing hockey in Iowa where I moved, and if you weren't familiar with Iowa hockey is like, well, you're not missing out on much because there's nothing. Part of the reason my family moved and relocated to Wausau my freshman year was so that I had the option to continue to play hockey. As it would turn out, I would learn a lot. Where I lived in Iowa is a very progressive town. I was able to be unapologetically me. That was not so well received here. At the last count of number of times I've been called homophobic slurs, harassed for the color of my stick tape, and then, oh, sorry, there's a typo. This was on the ice, off the ice, from opposing players, teammates, parents, and even sometimes coaches. I could have quit, but hockey was my happy place, and I was refusing to let anyone take that from me. I focused on being a better advocate for myself and my JV teammates. At my first banquet dinner, the coaches recognized me for always putting the best for my team ahead of me. That's something I'm really been proud of, and I say I care with every season. I cannot take all the credit for making it through every hard time though. I had people around me who loved and supported me. Through this team, I met some teammates who were my closest friends. Regardless of what's going on, I could talk to them what was on my mind and they would listen without judgment. They've been my rock. I don't know what I would do without them. I've also had my siblings, Rowan and Mia. While they've not always gotten along, they spent countless hours freezing in ice arenas throughout the Midwest so I could follow my dreams, all with only minimal complaint. And for all their sacrifice, I'm truly grateful. I have my mom. She always sends funny gifts before every game and helps me relax. She also listens when I need to speak, talks when I need to hear things, and encourages me to be myself, and always in just the right balance. Then there's my dad, who drove hours to bring snacks for the JV girls and cheer us on. He was the best hockey mom. Both of them have stood with me in times of extreme anger and sadness. It never mattered if I was JV or varsity, if I scored or not. They loved me unconditionally. I'll never have the words for how grateful I am. As I get ready to close the book on my high school hockey season, and maybe my entire hockey season in general, I want to leave some thoughts for the underclassmen. 1. Be kind to yourself and others. You never know what someone's going through. Number 2. Leave it better than you found it. This team, this sport, the people around you, you always leave it better than you found it. And number 3. This one's specifically for the JV girls. Just because this game doesn't count doesn't mean they don't matter. You matter. Your experiences matter. I don't know what hockey is in store for me in the future, but whatever that may be, I always remember how I got there.
Thank you, girls. I would like to invite the Booster Club president, Jason Garham, up here. I know that he has a couple words to say.
Does the wig look good, Anna? A little too dark today? All right. I truly only have a couple words to say. I mean, this is not about the booster tonight. It really is about these special players in front of us. Can I have the rest of the booster come up though, please? Every member. Yes, Mike, that's you. You're one of them. It's a meeting sidebar. So, as they come up, we're gonna get, we have couple quick thank yous that the booster has for what's out there. Again, the players themselves. Bob, who is not here, Bob, the bus driver. I think every parent is very great when we see Bob step to drive the bus. Chad Holmes for calling the games and getting that out to the people that can't make it, and then making those maybe not so good games still seem like they're nail-biters. You have a special talent for taking and making them exciting. Doc Bouch, which many people know, he's phenomenal. And all the families that have volunteered, I think everybody in here has done their part, and this doesn't happen if everybody doesn't do their part. So thank you. Again, team, please clap for your family. So we do have a couple things here. Number one, Bob, taking pictures. That's a special talent you have, and it's also a sacrifice you give. I understand watching you, I pay attention. Everybody realizes you give up being able to see your daughter play so you can catch pictures of every person that's up there. That is extremely special. Thank you for your sacrifice for 4 years, and not many teams have somebody like you that can capture our memories and get them so true. It's phenomenal. Thank you, Bob. Thank you to the booster directors. It's a difficult job. We have a lot of different ideas. Please thank the booster directors for doing what they've done. They've worked very hard. Please thank all of them. We have one, Jen Friedel. Please thank Jen Friedel. Jen, for 3 years, I know this year you stepped aside, but 3 years, Jen did a lot of service for this program also. So, to our thank yous, coaches, thank you for spending the time with our children, I mean our young adults. Thank you for the mentor, the leadership, and coaching. As Jana said, the last game of the year is something, get to that last game of the year and lose you did something right. So I know as parents, we all think we know what should have happened, and of course, yes, we're in the stands talking about all the things that should have happened, but you did something right as coaches, and we appreciate it very much. We have a little something for all of you. Oh, we're going to deliver it? And a little.
Come by with like a handshake. Really, seriously, like give them a handshake. There's a lot of zeros on it. Please come up, Duke, Savannah. No, seriously, come up here, man. This is your moment too.
I mean,
Make the girls walk through and shake everybody's hand.
Kate, are you taking a picture? Yeah, we gotta have that picture. Yeah, that picture of coaches. She's like, wow. Lastly, I've been thinking about this for a while, and I didn't know if I was going to talk or who was going to talk, but I can tell you, I've known this senior group of girls for a very long time, and there's just too much to say. You have all accomplished, every one of you girls that is up here, ladies, young adults, your careers have so many accolades that we'd be up here a long time to discuss everything you've done, both through youth, all your contributions, and then 4 years in this program. You have accomplished so much. Like you have all said, 2 state championships, a runner-up trophy, which there's only really, he's not happy about that one. There's really nobody else that can say that, but more so, watching you all tie this team together this year, you did a great job. You are a phenomenal senior group, so really the only thing that can just be said is truly thank you from the parents and the booster for what this senior class has done. Thank you. So as I call you, please come up. Ava Rodi. Michaela Durham.
Right. Good job.
Kate Sari. Taylor Friedel. Sophie Moline. Oh, Gabby Heiser. Malia Barigi. And Abby Saltzman. And again, from the booster, we thank this group. We thank the parents. We thank you, parents, and we thank you, the team Storm, for what you did for us this year. It was an exciting year, and we enjoyed every moment.
We had a funny gift for Gabby Heiser for her nursing career. Story, so I don't know the story, but if you want to tell it, with your stethoscope.
Oh, thank you.
And then I need all the seniors though to come back up here too, please.
There's not much of a story to tell. So on senior night, when I submitted my thing of like what I was gonna do in college, I wrote engineering. It's Milwaukee School of Engineering, and the guy said nursing, and I have never wanted to be a nurse. I'd be a terrible nurse. I like one of my favorite shows when I was younger was like Untold Stories of the ER, but I'd close my eyes when there was blood. I am not going to be a nurse, but thanks. I'll have this now. So that's good.
I know that we have just a couple more thank yous to do, and then we're going to wrap this up. But a big one that we want to do that Jason already kind of touched on a little bit was to Bob Brody, just for all the pictures he takes. As Jason said, I know that he misses some things so that he can take pictures of everybody. And I know I look forward to those emails on Mondays with all of the pictures, and I take time to look through them all, and I know that they mean a lot to everyone in this room. So I know that the girls all kind of did something for you, and I think Sophie wanted to say something, and then if you could come up here about that would be fantastic.
Okay. I'll adjust it down for myself. Okay. There's just so many things that we can say to you, Bob. I mean, the memories that we have, and like just after a game, you get kind of excited. You're like kind of waiting for your email to come with like the flicker notification, and the email is the best part of the week. And it's always fun because it comes when we're in school, and I can't open it on my school Chromebooks, and I just pull out my phone and like trying to like look at it, but the teachers like give me the evil eye, like put your phone away. But genuinely, like, I appreciate it so much. I mean, none of our Instagrams would be as sty as they are right now without it. And there are just some great memories that you've captured. I mean, there are a lot of like personal photos that I have of like me just getting hyped with people and just being able to see like the amazing sport that we play, because it is actually really beautiful and amazing to watch. Just really, I can speak for all of us when I say we're really grateful for all that you've done, and as kind of Jason mentioned earlier, that the sacrifice of watching your daughter play to put all that effort in for us, and we're really grateful for that.
Just a few other quick thank yous again. A huge thank you to Duke and Savannah and their families. They put in so much time on and off the ice. It is beyond appreciated from me, from the girls, and I know from all of you. A huge thank you to my family. My husband couldn't be here tonight, but to my kids who support this program endlessly, who are excited, who understand when I unfortunately have to miss some of their things, but are watching on live barn and are the first ones to always ask. Hunter even missed his basketball practice because he wanted to come to the banquet and be with the girls. So, and thank you to all of you for, especially the girls, for taking them in and being kind to them and letting them sit with you on the bus and bother you, and doing it with a smile. And I know that they appreciate it more than you guys know. So thank you very much. A big thank you to all of the parents. You guys all fundraise. I'm sure there's probably not a lot of sadness that there's no racetrack this year. There's not sadness for me either, so don't worry about it. But you guys put in a lot of time and a lot of effort into doing a lot of things to help raise money for these girls to be able to play hockey. And they might not always see it, and maybe sometimes it goes a little bit unnoticed, but I know that you guys, the time that you spend doing some of the fundraising and all of that is very much appreciated. To the Booster Club, to the board members who take a lot of extra time updating the website, sending out schedules, sending out weekly reminders, planning food for the way home, planning the fundraisers, giving me some money to spend, and all the other fun stuff. I really, really appreciate all that you guys do. I know that it takes a lot of your extra time, and I sincerely appreciate it. There were so many other people that helped on subcommittees and things like that. Tanya for coordinating the school forest and a lot of the food out there. Those of you that helped with Skate with the Storm, those of you that helped with Pink the Rink. There was, unfortunately, Teacher Appreciation Night, didn't really happen as we had hoped this year, but I know that there was still a lot of effort that went into trying to make that night special. Parents' night, senior night, team dinners. There's just so much that you guys do that we see. So thank you for all of that. It's all very much appreciated. Kevin Kunkel, I think he's here. He is the Storm Statistician Extraordinaire. So if we can please give him a big round of applause. For those of you that don't know Kevin, his daughter was a goalie on some of the first Storm teams, and he started doing stats back then and still now does them. And he takes great pride in helping us and making sure that everything's right and cross-referencing things with WISPREP and things like that. And I know that he probably soon will be coming out with an email with he has all-time Storm stats and this year's Storm stats. And anytime I have a question, he has answers for me. And we all really appreciate everything that he does. There was other people that helped with updating WISPREP and putting in the goals and going back and checking things. And again, super big thank you to all of you. Bob Brody, again, with all of the pictures. Bob Garrett, our bus driver, he couldn't be here tonight, but I know that these girls absolutely adore him. And we are always so thankful when we get on the bus and we see his face. I know Duke likes it too because he has someone extra to talk to for the ride. But no, he comes in, he watches the games, he talks to the girls, he knows them, and we're so blessed to be able to have someone like him. As a lot of these girls alluded to, a big thank you to Dr. Bouch. He was a huge part of our year this year. He did a lot more with us this year than he had in the past, and from day one at the school forest, throughout the whole year, he would come weekly. He always had things prepared. He's sending me emails sometimes on Sunday nights in the middle of the night, literally like 12:30 or 1 in the morning. With he had an idea or someone talked to him about something and he wanted to get my take on it or make sure I knew about it. And he was huge for us this year to work with these girls, to come on the bench, to come and talk to us during the week. From a mental aspect, he really helped us out this year. So a huge thank you to him, and he opens up his office to these girls throughout the whole year. I mean, he'll go in on a Sunday if these girls want to go in. He'll literally drop everything and be there for them and let them come in, and there aren't enough thank yous for that. All the other trainers that have been so helpful. Krista came down to state and she's amazing. The athletic directors, I think I have some of the best ones out there. Mike Matthews is fantastic. Jason Foster and Trevor at Mosinee, but everything I need, they help me with, and they've been so fantastic. Chad Holmes is here too. If we can give him a big round of applause. Chad does such a great job supporting so many local athletic programs, and it's always fun when he can come to our games. I know that a lot of people enjoy listening to him. I got home from the Hayward game, I think it was, when we went in overtime, and I went back and found the radio call because I wanted to listen to, because I knew it would be fantastic. So I just thank you so much, Chad, for all that you do for high school athletics and for our team and the support that you give us. It's all very, very much appreciated. And then also thank you to BJ. He actually made all these awards for you girls tonight. So a big thank you to him for putting these together. Also sometimes he can be my sounding board on some things, so I appreciate that as well. But these awards turned out awesome, and we're all very appreciated that you took the time to do that. I know you had your banquet last night and had a busy week, so thank you very, very much. So if I missed anyone, I'm sorry, but thank you to everyone. I always feel like there's probably someone I missed, but thank you for all that you do. Girls, thank you for an amazing year. Thank you for showing up every day. Thank you for working hard. Thank you for believing in the Storm program. I'm going to announce our captains for next year. And then also, just so everybody knows, just kind of a final thing, we will have summer ice this summer. I'm in the process of getting it finalized with Greenhack. We will be doing a tournament in Baldwin It will be the first weekend of August, so River Falls is hosting it. There will be 4 teams there. All of this, more information to come, but if you want to put a save the date on your summer, that would be great. And then the ice like green heck and stuff will come to follow. So just so you know, all of that is in the works and will be communicated soon. So for next year, I'm very pleased to announce captains Madeline Kelter and Mara Meverden. And assistant captains Ava Whitmore and Jaden Yurkowski. So thank you all again so much for taking time tonight to come to celebrate this great year that we had, and everyone have a great summer.